out, so more people are able to get on and play. Like yesterday, the games were a lot more full. So what I'm going to be testing is there's some issues I think with parties. Um, if if two groups of people are in a party, I don't think they can join each other's game. I'm going to be testing to see as if I'm in a party, if it can always spawn a brand new game versus joining games that are already existing. The other thing I want to test too is if being in a party affects, can you see who's actually in the game list when you're basically in the play menu. So first thing we're gonna just do, we're gonna look at who's actually playing. In Eventide, you can see there's 3 players in that Eventide. Nobody's in Paragon Arenas. One person is in Capture the Flag. There's at least 3 players in Slayer. So I don't really need to even have somebody in my party. I'm just gonna create a party and be the only person in it. And I'm gonna go back to the map. I want to test to see if I can still see these things. All the people in Eventide are gone. Paragon was empty. Can't see the guy who can capture the flag. Slayer is empty. So one of the things that happens as soon as you go into parties is parties are no longer able to see the people who are actually playing. And just to double check and to make sure it's not anything but parties, we're going to leave the party. And then we're going to jump back into the play menu. And now you can see there's 2 people in Eventide. There's 1 person inside Capture the Flag. And there's still 2 people inside Slayer. So parties automatically nullify your ability to see people inside games. So next thing we're going to try is, if I'm in a party, can I look at the folks in my friends list and join their game? So maybe that might be one way to bypass that. So I'm inside the party. I'm going to look at my friends list. It looks like he's in an Eventide. The option to drop in does not exist. So I can't even come into the game if I'm in a party. They are in a party. And they're also in a party. So from what I'm figuring out is, as long as you're in a party, you can't even drop into games. Like, I can't even get the option to drop in. So it's what parties does is it literally sequesters um, single players from party players, and it doesn't allow you to queue up or queue together. So kind of defeats the purpose of partying. Like, the only way this is gonna work is if I leave the party and I can see the party games, I might be able to drop into them, but I'm gonna go in by myself, which is kind of weird. So one of the tests I want to do is, I know there's 1 person playing Capture the Flag. I know there's 2 people playing Slayer. I'm just going to play a Slayer match by myself, and I want to see if it's a brand new match versus one that's pre-existing. And it starts completely from scratch, right? So that's just one of the things I wanted to test. I can't join people's matches, and as long as I'm in party, I guarantee myself a bot match right off the bat. The only reason they're able to join in on me is because they're not in a party. And they might not even have seen that I was in the game. They just started a Slayer, and it allowed them to come in because they're an individual. Because I'm actually I'm going to clip this out for what do you call it? A bug report. That's why I'm doing all this anyway, pretty much. Not really playing. I just wanted to see how that works. I'm going to try that with all the modes. Capture the flag, so on and so forth. Oh, thanks for the follow. Ouch! So I'm gonna try this and capture the flag. I'm gonna try this in all the modes. So what appears we're having happen is parties are literally creating silos. It's kind of like PvE experiences. You and your party will be guaranteed you're playing together. Anybody who wants to play against you has to come in solo. Jeez Louise. Shoot them! Shoot him! Thank you. There you go. Ah! Freaking bots are annoying, bro. Speedy sniper is the way to go. Gotcha. 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 Yeah, send it. I didn't think I was gonna win that one though. Nah, man, it's more like testing, cause so that's one of the things I'm seeing. So we're gonna test to see and capture the flag if the same thing happens. He's in my party. So if we jump into a capture the flag, you're seeing the same thing. Nobody else. I can't see anybody else at all. If I hit find a match, we're supposed to get a brand new match. We're not gonna be getting anything that's in progress, which kind of sucks. So I definitely want to put this in for the bug report, because this is what Busy, Man Nat Tam, and Hexecutor and I were experiencing yesterday. We were in 2 parties of 2, and every time we started the game, we always formed a brand new eventide. We never could play together. If we wanted to play together, we would have to have played. One group would have to play party, and the other group would have to come in as individuals. We'll be on the same. We would have the exact same outcome. It's just that only one team can be in parties, which is kind of weird. Which is not what we're trying to basically do. It would be nice to be able to party queue against another party, especially if you got 2 3-on-3s. They should be able to queue against each other. So this is something definitely I wanna show, just so they can see that issue. No, 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 no.
They will not sit quiet.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop it.
Double kill.
Don't do that.
Triple kill. Quad kill.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Relax, relax.
This is the path to power.
That's another mobility effect. I can understand like a heavy weapon would cause you to slow, you wouldn't roll as far, but I don't think they should basically mess with mobility. Like I said, the only way I can play sniper is to forego health and lots of ammo for speed, because at least I can move out of the way. I don't have a lot of health, but I don't want to not be able to move also. That's the issue. It's what makes it super hard to play. I'm not naturally fast, and I have 3 bars at best. So how can you then also tell me I'm not able to move? What's the logic in it? There isn't any. Like, the way to counteract it is I've been playing super speedy versions of it. Quick Strike Pendant, Sprint, Wind Walker Totem, all of those, Catalytic Sprint, anything that lets you get boost the speed to let you move around is what I play with it. Yeah, for me to play it, this is the way I play Sniper. I don't like standing around in the bushes and hoping that you can't reach me. I make sure you can't reach me. Because before this patch, that's not the Sniper build I would have played. I would have played Bracer of Dedication and Heal. Heal would have basically gave me a high multitask, which allows me to have more ammo. So I would be able to shoot, instead of 9 shots, I'd be able to shoot about 12 shots. So that's what I prefer. That's what I use. I use Prodigal. It's not trash. They're just not differentiated anymore. They literally took away. It only does 24 points more damage than the Prodigal. How is it a Lumia weapon then? Even the Lumia Arrival still does like 400, 200 to 400 more than the normal Lumia. I mean, than the normal Arrival. But it doesn't make sense for them to lose all of their damage, and you give me 1 ammo, or you take all the damage off that gun, you gave it 0.6 more range, and then you gave it a cooldown that's a whole second longer. How does that make any sense? The guns are almost identical, except that one has a slightly longer range and slightly more damage. But the cooldowns are drastically different. 2 seconds versus 3 seconds? It doesn't make any damn sense. They could literally give it 1694 like it used to be. 1694 was what it used to be. Take 1 ammo away. Leave the cooldown as 2.6. That's a better nerf than what they did. Take 1 ammo away, leave it at 1690 whatever, give it 2 ammo, because it's a Lumia weapon, does way more damage, which is about 200 more than the base of that one, or 250 more than the base of that one, and take 1 of the ammo away. That's a better nerf. Yeah, like I said, to me, speed and being able to hit you multiple times and you can't hit me. Nullum Guard is a much more skillful. The Nullum Guard build is a much more, and Objection build is a much more skillful way to play. But there's a lot of lack of movement. And the way I play, I need to be able to move. Because I need to get from objective to objective. I need to take things quickly. And I need not to be stuck in place while I'm doing it. that's why, to me, more damage does not help me versus more mobility. Because I'm going to beat you over time because you're not hitting me and I'm hitting you. You have to get me perfectly each time to kill me. I don't have to be so accurate. I can miss 3 of my shots and you're still gonna die. Yeah, like, what I like about this build versus past the last build is there is so much more build variety. You can play a lot more things. It's just that the things that you don't want to play were the things that were kind of strong last patch. They just made them super weak this patch. Like, I'll show you this. Like, this is sad. I didn't understand nerfing the Demi-Loon. The damage is so weak that, let's say if you hit Imperial Guardian, after you hit it, a second or 2 later, all of its health comes back. That's how weak this gun is now. You can't kill most people without landing 3 of the Demi-Loons on them, or without doing massive damage onto them, and the Demi-Loon is just cleaning up a tiny little piece of damage. They made the radius smaller and they made the damage a lot less. What's its infusion? Then fix the infusion. Mine's not infused, so what am I supposed to do with that? I haven't gotten 3 Demi-Loons yet. So what do I care? It's like you don't nerf a weapon based on the infusion. Fix the infusion. That's what you fix. You fix the infusion. You don't nerf the weapon. I don't. The logic escapes me. That I don't get. I don't get it. But I don't really have to go through all of them. As you can see, while we're in a party, we can't see a damn thing. If we go to the friends list, we can barely see people, and people who are in parties, we can't join their game either. So there's no way to drop in to anyone while you're in party. If I just drop out of party, I gotta try to get used to this. This is like super hard to get. If I drop out of party, and then we go to the same screen, you can see there's somebody playing Capture the Flag. You can see there's all these people playing Eventide. You can see that there's one person playing Slayer. No. Yesterday I found out that if you try to play party versus party, each party generates a new Eventide game. If you want to play party versus party, one group goes into party and then all the other people join in individually. They will be on the opposite team, but that's the only way to get the effect of party versus party. That's the only way to get it. There's no other way right now. That's what I thought too. No 2 parties will be in the same game. Every party will generate its own game. That's what happens. But yeah, so that's the whole idea of the video. The idea of the video is to show that, like, yeah, even though we got 2 parties of 3, we can't join each other, which would be logical, but we can't. So that's something they're gonna have to look into. But yeah, let me just check here. Waiting for the friends list. Like, the friends list is a little slow too. Like, they're not playing a party right now. But like, you see this game, I can join their party or I can go into the game. I can drop into this game. But you saw while we were in a party, it wouldn't allow us. So there is no way to come into a game where a party is in it. All I know is back in the day, parties used to crash the server. I don't know if this is the intended idea of what they wanted to do, or this is just the side effect of making sure it doesn't crash. But what I'm noticing is parties generate their own games. Like if you ever want to play a bunch of fresh games from the start, create a one-man party and then go play Eventide. You're guaranteed to start from the beginning. You will never start in the middle, near a final harvest or anything. You will always start in the beginning of a game. Just a fact. Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's not fair. I'm glad it's there. It's just that it's not fun playing parties against bots. The only cool thing is when you're in a party of at least 2 people and you play an eventide match, you're always guaranteed some kind of honor point because there's another human in the game, which is nice. You can basically farm honor points killing a bunch of bots, but you will definitely get honor points as long as there's another human in the game.